to Movement Yoga Morning. My name is Mark Cormier. I'm practicing Kathy Cormier. I think we'll keep the shades open today and look at this beautiful San Francisco skyline on a non-rainy day. We've been blessed with rain, but it's also a blessing not to have that rain. If you'd like to see anything, please put it in the comments. If we don't get to it this week, we can get to it soon. Come on up. All right. How are you feeling today, Kathy?
I'm feeling good. Hello, world.
Hello, world. All right, let's bring hands on hips and just march it from side to side. And then if you're so inclined, balancing on one foot as you start to kick it off to side. We could do side kicks. We could work cross kicks. We could work front kicks. We could work back kicks. So waking up those legs, saying hello, body.
Hello, body.
Hello, body. Feels so good to wake up in the morning.
Oh, that was good.
From a place of balancing and kicking, coming back to the ground as you rock it from side to side. And inviting your center. From here, I'll invite you to bring one hand onto your heart, the other hand on top. Relax shoulders, a soft tuck of the chin. Starting to deepen and lengthen your breath. This deep and lengthened breath, finding your Ujjayi breath, your victorious breath. It's a power breath, but it's also a relaxing breath. Slightly constricting the base of your throat, adding a slight sound and feel to your breath. And as we flow through our practice this morning, letting the sound and feel of your breath be a focus for your practice. The sound of which is often compared to the sounds of the ocean as the waves wash in and out. Now taking the tip of your tongue to the hard palate just behind the teeth. Keeping that tongue to hard palate connection as best you can throughout the practice. Keeping our jaws relaxed and connecting front and back planes of our bodies. And finally, with your lips closed, adding a slight smile to your face, a Mona Lisa smile, opening up the front of your throat so your breath has lots of room to circulate, refresh, and revitalize. Now I'll invite you to set an intention for this morning's practice. It could be something you're thinking about, something you're moving towards. It could be as simple as you're perfect, just as you are. Keeping all this, rolling the hands over, hands by our side. Let's bring hands on hips as we ground down through a set of toes, circling the ankle, the knee, and the hip. Now taking those circles the other way. Other set of toes, circling the ankle, the knee, and the hip. And then taking those circles the other way. Now feet right together. We'll come down and cap the knees with the hands, circling those knees. Could be a big circle, could be a little circle. Let your knees tell you what they want. And taking those circles the other way. Now coming on up, don't think too much about it as you step your feet hip width apart. I'll invite you to take a look at your toes. Many of us will have a slight turnout or even more than a slight turnout. This is your natural stance. And it's just the shape of your hip bone. Hands find the back of the hips as we circle those hips. Any amount. And then taking those circles the other way. Now coming back center, pretending you have an extra set of hands, keeping the hips relatively stable, a hand on each shoulder as we circle those shoulders. Taking those circles the other way. Switching the cross of the arms. And taking those circles the other way. Now coming back center, hands by your side. One hand high, the other hand low, taking a side bend towards the low hand. Other hand high, other hand low. And back and forth between the sides. As we work the exercise, letting it get bigger as we shift the weight between the feet and jut that far hip out. When you're on one side or the other, holding that side bend, could you reach up a little higher? Could you reach down a little further? Could you jut that hip out just a bit more? Back through center, second side, hold it. Could you reach up higher? Could you reach down further? Could you jut that hip out just a little bit more? And then back to center. 2 arms in the air like you do or don't care. Thumb and forefinger of one hand catch the wrist of the other as we traction that far shoulder. And then starting to circle the shoulders as we circle the hips the other way. Don't think too much about it, taking those circles the other way. Coming back center, other thumb, other forefinger, other wrist, trashing in that other far shoulder. And starting to circle the shoulders as we circle the hips the other way. And then don't think too much about it as we take those circles the other way. Coming back center, hands by our side. Inhaling the shoulders up towards the ears. On the exhale, just let them drop. Let the exhale spill out through the mouth. Answer that a few times. One more time. Keeping those shoulders heavy, we look up and down, stretching out our necks. Bringing head back center, keeping the shoulders just as they are as we tilt the head one way and then the other. Coming back center, jutting the chin out and then drawing the chin back. And then coming back center. A quick posture check here. Index fingers touch the ears. Thumbs touch the shoulders. Hands touch the hips. Fingers stretch down towards the heels. Taking it in segments. Ears over shoulders. Ears and shoulders over hips. Ears, shoulders, hips over heels. As we stand tall. I'll ask you to go sideways, Kathy. We'll move towards our sun sail. We'll take it in 3 pieces. Starting with arms and shoulders. Inhaling arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, hands back down. 2 more times like this, observing the natural rhythm of the shoulders. As the arms elevate, the shoulders elevate. As the arms descend, the shoulders descend. 1 more time here, breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling, hands back down. You might grab those bricks as we add a forward fold and a back bend. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. On the exhale, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale lift chin and tail. Hands could cap the knees. You could also use those bricks as we arc the spine. Arching the spine as we tuck tail and chin, stretching out our backs. Inhaling, arms out to the side, finding your neutral spine as soon as you can. Back of the head in line with the sacrum. Exhaling, hands back by your side. 2 more times like this, breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale lift chin and tail as you arc. Arching the spine as you fold it on in. Inhaling, finding your neutral spine, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, standing tall. 1 more to go here, half sun style. Inhaling up. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail as you arc. And then arching the spine as you fold it on in. Inhaling, leading with back heart, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, standing tall. I'll cue you back to down dog. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, finding your forward fold. Inhaling, creating length as you arc. Arching the spine as you stretch out your back and then ground it down through the hands, stepping 1 foot back and then the other as you find your down dog. As we hold this down dog, I'm going to invite you to hold it in stillness. Long arms, long legs, long spine. Deep full breath. Despite the lack of overt movement, you're breathing, your mind's moving. So you're breathing, mind's moving, your heart's beating. And by focusing on your Ujjayi breath as it flows in and out, finding a little more space between each breath, each beat of the heart, each thought. Tail end of a breath, I'll allow you to bend your knees ever so slightly, finding just a little more space in your low back. And then looking between the hands as you either step or jump it to the front of your space. Let an inhale bring length when you arrive, arcing the back. Arching the spine as we fold it on in. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead, hands over head pose. Exhaling, hands by your side as you stand tall. I'll cue you back to plank pose. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, finding your forward fold. Inhaling, creating length as you arc. Arching the spine as you stretch out your back, grounded down through the hands, stepping one foot back and then the other, finding your plank pose. Feeling that connection between head, hips, and heels. A line of strength running through the center of yourself. A line of strength that supports your intention. Despite the effort of the action, an easeful quality to your breath, keeping it yoga. Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. As goes the breath, so goes the mind. Tail end of your next breath, navel to spine as you lift those hips high, back to down dog. I'll invite you to move this dog as you pedal one foot and then the other, maybe adding the shoulders, a swing of the head, a sway of the neck. Whatever feels right and good for you. Finding that mind-body connection that's always there. What do you feel? And where do you feel it? From this place of movement, back towards stillness. Long arms, long legs, long spine. Deep, full breath. Tail end of that breath, bending your knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher. Finding just a little more space in your low back. And then looking between the hands as you either step or jump it to the front of your mat. Let an inhale bring length when you arrive, arcing the back. Arching the spine as you fold it on in. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead, hands over head pose, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, hands by your side as you stand tall. Sun Cell B, flow style. There's going to be a lot going on and it's going to be happening fast. Inhaling into tall spine. Exhaling, finding your chair. Inhale and hold. Exhale, go lower, finding more strength in your legs. Inhale, rising on up, finding a back bend at the top. Open heart, open throat. On the exhale, a big swan dive, or try to keep that brow smooth if you can. Inhaling, finding length as you look up, arcing. Arching the spine as you fold it on in. Setting up for the top of a push-up, keeping the elbows soft. Finding your push-up. It's a yoga push-up, elbows super close in. Inhaling into your back bend, be it cobra or up dog. And then back over the toes. Feel free to use the knees or not as you find your down dog. It's happening fast. Flow style. Feet together, right leg high for the three-legged dog. Looking between the hands, pitching that leg even higher. And then flexing the foot as you float it out through. Landing it lightly, spinning the back heel down, arms out to the side, and then overhead, warrior one. And then spinning the palms up, spinning that back heel up as you find your low lunge. And then from low lunge, setting up the top of a push-up. Finding your push-up. Inhaling into your back bend. And then back over the toes as you find your down dog. It's happening fast. Flow style, feet together, left leg high. High on the right toes. Looking between the hands, pitching that leg even higher. And then flexing the foot as you float it on through, landing it lightly, spinning the back heel down, arms out to the side, and then overhead, warrior one. And then one more time. On the exhale, finding your low lunge, and then cycling through vinyasa as you find your push-up. Inhaling into your back bend, and then back to down dog. Take your time. Find your flow. Follow your breath. As we hold this down dog, either holding it in stillness, seeing what comes up, or adding some movement, stirring it up. However you choose to work. Finding that mind-body connection that's always there. What do you feel? And where do you feel? Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. Tail end of that breath, bending the knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher. And then looking between the hands as you step or jump in front. Let an inhale bring length when you arrive, arcing. Arching the spine as you fold it on in. On the inhale, stay low, finding your neutral spine in chair pose, knees over toes, hands overhead. Taking it lower, exhaling. Inhaling, rising on up, finding a big back bend at the top. On the exhale, back to neutral spine, hands by your side. I'll invite you to face camera, Kathy. I'll invite you to bring one hand back onto your heart, the other hand on top. Coming back to your breath and coming back to your attention. Thumb and fingers connect. I'll invite you to touch your thumbs to your brow. Your intention is in your thoughts. Touching those thumbs to your lips. Your intention is in your words. Touching those thumbs to your heart. Your intention is in your deeds. Now rolling those hands over, hands by your side. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Any amount, I invite you to bow, thanking yourself for practicing yoga and offering our practice out to each other and to the world. The light within me honors and respects the light within you. And in this light, we are one. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Kathy, for practicing with me.
Thank you, Mark, for the inner practice.
Thank you, world, for watching if you're out there. And as always, namaste. Have a nice day.
Namaste. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Finishes here.